Welcome, one and all, to another premium spirits review. I am the elated and excited and devilishly handsome outlaw himself, your king of extreme, Phil K.O.E., joined by two great broadcast partners in inebriation, the one, the only, Blade, and the indomitable one and only
Tony fucking G. Like, share, subscribe.
This is one I've been looking forward to since I was made aware of it. This is a Dalmore Distillery, single malt Scotch, aged 15 years, matured in oak casks and also some sherry casks, because that's the Dalmore style. Alexander Murray & Co. This is an exclusive bottling for them. And the big deal, why I was so keen to get my hands on this is a cask strength Dalmore. Now, in order to get your hands on a cask strength Dalmore normally, now, you would have to purchase the Constellation Collection, which is a collection of 21 bottles of Scotch, aged anywhere from 28 to about 52 years old. And the collection's value is over $150,000. And that is how much you'll have to spend in order to get your hands, normally, under any other circumstance, a cask strength Dalmore. This, on the other hand, cost me just barely over $100 US. So it's like, that's as close as I'm ever gonna get to tasting cask strength Dalmore in this life. In fact, just the thought of it, I do declare, it's just causing perspiration. So, oh my goodness. Cask strength Dalmore, distilled in 1999, age 15 years. Here we are in this year of our Lord 2020. It's been quite a year, but this will be one of the highlights for me, anyways.
I'm just glad I made it through Y2K.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that one was rough. And do you remember 2012?
Oof.
Man, we barely made it through that one.
I barely survived Beaver Fever myself.
Oh, yeah.
I think everything's just been a cruel joke to this year.
Oh,
well, 99 was a good year. I'm
a
big fan of 99, so this is even more impressive for me. And I love the 15-year age statements myself, so doubly excited for that.
Okay, here we go. Built in 1839 by the waters of the... Oh, boy, I'm not going to be able to pronounce that river name. I'm so sorry. The Dalmore, there you go. Give it a shot. Give that a shot right there.
Cromarty Firth.
Sure.
Yeah.
Keep going. Keep going.
Built in 1839 by the waters of the Cromarty Firth Dalmore Distillery, the cigar malt is the heart of the Highlands, sourcing its water from the River Alness. This malt is big and full of character. Alexander Murray & Co. brings you this rare bottling at cask strength of Dalmore, distilled in 1999, spending 15 years in a mixture of ex-bourbon and sweet Oloroso casks. Then finally married in a sherry butt before bottling. It's dark in color with dried fruit and spice on the nose. On the palate, it has the classic Christmas cake notes of sherry, raisins, cherries, and cinnamon. To finish, you have a lovely sweet fruit and nutmeg finish. This dram should be saved for special occasions.
Well, I can think of no more special occasion than the reuniting of Blade and Tony G, the brothers of RXW, here together. Oh, marvelous.
No
marvelous.
Complaints here. I'll take any excuse I can for a 15-year-old Scotch.
Well, I was going to say to hang out with you, TG, but I'll take the Scotch.
Fair.
I feel like these people
That's a perk. That's a perk.
They have way better perseverance and just they're better people than I would be to allow this beautiful looking Scotch sit in there for 15 years and not try it themselves.
Well, it had to sit in a cask and oh my, that does not taste. That is not like nearly as powerful as I thought it would be in terms of its ethanol. Like the alcohol is not overpowering you.
No, you've got to take a good hard whiff to really get the strength of it.
This is a little more nutty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's a little less fruit, a little more nut, a little more spice, a little more.
But I'm definitely getting like think it's like a dried fruit, but I don't.
I do get the nutmeg.
Oh, sure. I'm expecting a very cinnamon spicy.
This one's a lot more oily than I expect most Dalmores to be. This one's gonna be right up your alley, T. Well,
let's find out.
It's
gentlemen. Mm.
Wow.
It's spiced right on the top, but it is smooth water going down.
Wow.
Yeah.
You can definitely.
The spice stays on your tongue even as you swallow.
Yeah.
But it disappears.
Well, I still got spice in my tongue, but it's not in the throat at all.
No, it doesn't hit the stomach like most scotches would, especially being cask strength.
It's got a lingering honey on the tongue.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's
A
marvelous.
floral sweetness I can't put my finger on.
The fact that the nutmeg is staying around longer than any other flavor, for me, it makes it even that much better.
Marvelous. Marvelous.
Like a dried berry of some sort. Oh my goodness, that's marvelous.
Wow.
Yeah, that's insanely good.
Again, like the
As
previous
expected.
Dalmore we tried, you can just smell and taste that it's not a shooter. You really want to appreciate what they went through to make this for the people.
Wow.
This was aged for 15 years.
Wow.
And oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Raisins.
Yes. Yes.
That's what I was getting. Yeah, there's a lot of plummy raisin in there too, but my goodness. Well, all right, gentlemen,
Beautiful.
this is going to be tough, but it's going to be fun.
Okay.
Our grading structure. As a single malt scotch on a 5-star scale. Tony, what do you give this?
Oh man, this is a good one. I'm gonna give this a good solid 4.5. That is just beautiful. It's strong, but the strength is hidden by the beautiful craftsmanship. It's marvelous.
Yeah, 4.5. That's more than fair.
I'm gonna have to go a little more over with about a 4.25, just on the fact that it's the same with what I'm agreeing with him on the fact that it covers itself on how potent it truly is.
So 4 1/4?
4 3/4.
Oh, 4 3/4. So
Yeah. Because it hides itself, but it comes out, and this is one that will get the job done, but it'll get it done quickly.
My goodness. Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. As a single malt scotch, this is 4.75. This is ascendant. This is amazing.
Yeah.
As a scotch.
As a scotch, I'm gonna stick with 4.5. Its strength is impressive, but the way it presents the flavors is so uniquely soft, and the honey linger. It's very nice. It's very pleasant, but it's so strong. But it's a great crafted scotch. Love it.
As a scotch. Comparing it to everything you've had on the island, sir. Or from the island.
From the island, I feel jaded because previously we had the Alexander, and the Alexander had a lot more flavors lingering around to where you could appreciate the tradesmanship going into it. But I love the simplicity of this one. It's very straightforward, and it gets right where you want it to be. I'm actually going to go with a 5 on that.
Wow.
5 stars as a scotch.
That's a high mark.
That's high praise, sir.
I like it.
Again, I'm going to stick with my previous rating, and I'm going to give this 4.75 as a scotch.
Okay.
I've had better scotches, but damn it, not many. It's a short list that's better than this.
Yeah.
So, all right, gentlemen, here's an interesting one. As a whiskey, putting it up against the whole wide world of whiskeys, including all the bourbons and everything you've ever had. Yeah, like I said, that's throwing in a curveball at you. Tony G.
I would say, and this is obviously something nobody should ever even contemplate mixing,
No.
Just don't do it.
Maybe on the rocks.
I could see maybe on the rocks. I would do a dab of water, obviously because the ABV is so high. You can do that and not dilute it, and it would probably open this up very nicely.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you could do that. I think the rocks would be fine. I think it would taste good cold. Obviously, mixing and cooking is completely out of the equation here.
No.
As a whiskey, I will give this a solid 4 1/4.
Okay, 4 1/4 from Tony. As a whiskey.
As a whiskey itself, like I said previously, probably the best Scotch I've ever had. But as a whiskey, it's got too much burn on the back end. So for me, I'm gonna have to put it at a 4.
4
for a whiskey.
I don't know why. I just thought you were gonna put it there. Just I had.
There's a
whiskey
lot
intuition.
of white lightning I've had in my life, and
Yeah.
it can get a lot smoother, but it's good.
Fair
But
enough. Fair enough. As a whiskey, again, I'm gonna go whole way through 4.75.
All right.
It's a 4.75 star whiskey the whole way through. Really, no matter how you want to measure it. Now, top, middle, and bottom, gentlemen.
Yeah, this is a top for me. I love the age statement. I love the year it was made, 1999. Obviously, the Dalmore is a trusted, dependable, delicious brand. Everything about this is unique and presents itself as a top shelf. The taste and everything about it is right there, hands down top.
well, to me, since it's already a 99, it's a 15-year. I would have it personally inside a vault because it like I said previously, it's the best Scotch that I have had up to date. So this is something for my personal collection and my close personal friends and personal occasions that are huge.
Somebody
Yes.
that appreciates this
Yes.
is the one that would want to try this.
And there's few and far between.
And in a few years, you're not going to be able to find this bottle anymore,
There you
which
go.
is why I wanted to snatch it up. But Dalmore, 1999, undoubtedly going on my top shelf. I mean, come on. It's going to fit just right perfectly in the rest of my Dalmore line. So, yeah, it's going there. Now, Tony, if you were to see this bottle on a shelf, $100 USD, would you, again, that's the sticking point, would you add it to your collection?
I think I would, just because, again, the gimmicks that it kind of gives off, the 99. I love a 15-year-old Scotch. It's Dalmore. The bottle looks unique. It tastes amazing. And honestly, like you said, for the price, you're not going to come close to something like this without spending tens of thousands of dollars consistently. So this is actually a pretty good pickup for the price.
I'm going to buy every one that I can.
Well,
Because of the fact that, like I said earlier, it's simplistic on how it's made, but it comes through marvelously.
yep. Oh, if you haven't had the rest of the Dalmore line, you would love every one of them. I got to say, this is an amazing bottle of whiskey, and it helped us party like it's 1999. Yes, I do apologize. I've been holstering that one for a while. You gotta give me that one.
Somebody had to say
I
it.
wanted to go there. I didn't do it.
Okay, somebody had to rip that Band-Aid right off. It just as well have been me. It's okay. Don't worry, guys. I'll get in trouble. I don't care. Internet, wash me in your judgment. So,
That's fine.
amazing whiskey. Yes, I'm going to try to acquire another bottle when this one's gone, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get one because this guy's going to be scooping them all up. So,
Well, I mean, I can sell some to you, but I'm going to mark it up.
The whiskey secondary market, it creeps into everywhere, even the K.O.E. nation. So, folks, this has been our review of the exceptional Dalmore 1999 15-year Oloroso Sherry ex-bourbon cask aged. You know, that's a combination I like a little bit.
You do.
Yeah. Exceptional whiskey, exceptional price, exceptional bargain if you can find it compared to what else you're going to have to pay to get your hands on that kind of setup. Amazing stuff, folks.
Not to interrupt you, K.O.E., but we're talking about exceptional price. Having tasted this whiskey, where is your price limit on a bottle? because I'm probably at about 220. If that's the only place to find it, and that's the price, I'm willing to pay 220 for that bottle.
I've got kind of a personal rule where I just generally won't spend over 270 for any bottle, no matter how cool they think they are. Like that's.
But having tasted it is really where I'm asking, because you know where it's at.
If I had to pay 150 for it, I'd start to get a little skeptical.
Okay.
200 might be my cutoff point for it, but give it another 10 years, inflation and lack of availability. When those two hit, yeah, we'll all be paying $200 for it. But that's the price you pay when you love vintage whiskeys. Oh my God. So, Tony, anything you'd like to say to the people before we go?
No, this is amazing.
Blade?
Till next time, folks.
As I am known to say around here, folks, all that being said, this has been our review of the Dalmore 15-year aged 1999 cask strength Alexander Murray edition. My God, folks, amazing whiskey. Please like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned to all the happenings of this gorgeous mug and these two crazy kids over here. Catch you later, folks.